And talk about like making music too, I think.
Oh yeah, we can talk about making music. We could talk about how I haven't been making music and I want to be.
Uh yeah, I'm learning to play guitar right now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm learning to so I'm doing a venture and we should probably save this
Oh, I'm literally
for
recording
the
this. I'm literally recording right now.
oh. We should probably start over then.
No. I kind of like the dry open, like the cold open. You know what I'm saying? Like the no intro kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, episode one of the Sister podcast, Jenna and
Jenna and Lucas.
my my co-host Lucas. And this is our first official episode. Um,
Yay!
the Swifter
The
podcast.
Swifter podcast.
The dry open is so insane, though.
The dry open's insane. The Hello Internet does that all the time. They do just do like a musical cue, and it cuts like mid conversation. I think it's pretty great.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know Hello Internet? It was a legendary podcast hosted by CPG Grey and Brady Heron of Numberphile. It ran for
I think
like
I've heard of it before.
yeah.
I'm not a podcast person
It ran for a lot of years,
generally.
but they like just unceremoniously ended it like a couple years ago, and it's left the fan base in complete disarray and confusion.
Oh damn.
It's true.
So so on the topic of music, making music. Yeah, I've been learning to play guitar recently, and honestly, I'm having like a lot of fun with it, but at the same time, it kills your fingers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially when you're starting out. Like, have you gotten into bar chords yet?
Bar chords,
Yeah,
maybe the terminology is different, but
like F and B minor and B and F
oh
sharp.
yeah, chords.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like where you like the one where you have to like put your whole finger across the fretboard,
Oh
and then
God, yeah. I've started trying those, and my fingers just don't work like that generally.
they take a long time. You just have to commit to just pushing down as hard as
Absolutely shredding
you,
your
yeah,
fingers.
just be firm about it. You can't be weak because if it's weak, it's not gonna have good tone. Um,
Yeah, that's the issue.
yeah, I've been taking guitar lessons here at college, but I'm a terrible practicer, so I haven't been making much progress.
Um, yeah, that makes sense.
For real.
Yeah, recently I've been doing a little venture into learning two pieces into company acquire on piano,
Oh, nice,
which
nice,
I've
nice.
never done before in my like 9 years at this point of playing piano,
Oh yeah, for sure.
which sounds insane to be saying, but um, yeah, it's different. It's definitely different, and I think it's going to be a different experience once I actually get into the process of being there while they're singing. But
Oh yeah. What
for
pieces are you
now, it's just
playing?
kind of um, it's for a winter choral concert, so it's like a combination. The first one's Patapan Fum Fum, which I'm not familiar with either.
Okay.
And the second piece is just a rendition of We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Valid.
But it has a very quick tempo, which is just, it's fun, but it's also really difficult.
I feel like that's like the of all the Christmas carols, I feel like that one just like particularly pisses me off. Like
For
I
what reason?
like it's like the stereotypical like annoying Christmas carol song. It's like we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Like it just like the
Yeah, I
it's
guess.
it's
I
unreal
also like the progression of
it's
it. It's just
unrelenting
simple,
in
it's
its
fun.
pace. It's very brutal listening to it.
It's overbearing.
Exactly, and especially when you have like seven like accountants in front of you and they're singing in unison,
Oh my God.
asking for
What's like the
figgy
what's
pudding
like
or
the
something.
modern Christmas equivalent of that?
I don't know. I think
Would it
I
just be any pentatonic song?
any pentatonic song is extremely overbearing. Um,
God, they do so much. Like, appreciate the fact that they're that talented, but please leave me alone this Christmas.
oh yeah, I wish everybody pentatonics free Christmas in 2023.
I wish everybody a Mariah Carey filled Christmas and a very pentatonics free Christmas.
uh, Michael Bublé can pop around this Christmas time this year. We can
Yeah,
have a
but
we
preferably Bing Crosby.
Ben Cosby. They fill different bags. I don't know if they're comparable. I think
I guess.
Bing Crosby is a little more classical focus with his Christmas stuff.
Well, I can't imagine why. But yeah, so I've been honestly lately I've been wondering if I want to get into um making music and just uploading it to the internet, but uh writing is always so finding time to write is so difficult for me already.
Oh,
And
for sure.
I also don't know what direction I'd go in anyway, because like I don't know.
Well, I think my biggest problem is just like finding the time and like time and motivation to actually do it. I've been sitting on like a full album's worth of songs for like I want to say like 3 years at this point, and it's just like
Damn.
it's just been super brutal. Like trying to find like the right opportunity that I can just really focus on it. I've started writing a new song in like the
Oh, that's cool.
past week or so. I mean, it's like it's about Thanksgiving break, when you're sad. Um,
I suppose seasonal depression.
so I think I'm gonna try to see if I can get it done while get a lot of it done while I'm at home over Thanksgiving break, and just like really
Yeah.
try to like just like record it and put it out, and then maybe I can
Yeah.
like use that experience as some momentum to really like put out a full project at some point.
Yeah, Thanksgiving break is such like a great time to get things done, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Like, because you really have no major obligations usually, and like it's really a week to just kind of unwind and start to focus on the more important things in life.
Exactly.
But
Like watching the Beatles Get Back documentary.
I still haven't done that.
That
It's
was
been like it's been like 2 years since it came out, and I still feel guilty that I haven't seen it.
it's pretty good. That Thanksgiving, that the Thanksgiving break where the album dropped along with the documentary. That was like some of my favorite like just time listening to the Beatles. Period, because it was just like,
Yeah, I remember you were really into them around that time.
well, I'm around to them at this time again, man.
I know you still are.
Been bumping the Beatles, man. I listened to the White Album remix today. The White Album is so good. I feel like whenever I'm not listening to the White Album, I'm like I have like kind of a leveled kind of take of it where I'm like, okay, it's pretty good. But it's kind of like messy and it's kind of like all over the place. And when people say that it's like their best album, I'm like, okay, they have like tighter stuff though. I feel like they have stuff that's like they're like a better album. But like when I'm listening to it, it's like, damn, this might be their best album. Damn, this might be the
It's
best album of all time, actually. But that's kind of the
it's one of those albums when while you're listening to it, because I haven't listened to it, but
you haven't
I
listened
know
to the
that feeling of like something when you're watching it or when you're listening to it, you're like, this is the best thing ever.
and then like and then like a month later, if someone's like, yeah, my favorite thing is that, you're like,
You're skeptical. You're like,
you're
do you
skeptical.
really think that though?
Do you really think that though? Because you don't remember the emotion you had while experiencing it.
Or you do and you just downplay it.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
God. Yeah. Oh yeah, so speaking of November, um, it's really unrelated, but my mom dragged me to see the new Meg Ryan movie the other week. Um, which is God, I don't even remember the name of it.
Was it like
But
was it Thanksgiving themed or something?
no, it wasn't.
Oh.
No, general overview. It's just her and David Duchovny's characters stranded at an airport during a really nasty storm, and um, they're ex-lovers, and they talk about their problems and their midlife crisis. Not really, they're not a midlife crisis, but their issues as older people, and then they uh, eventually rekindle it a little bit. It's, I can't explain how boring it is because it's one of those single location movies. So the entire time is spent at the airport with mainly like the only other speaking role is the person speaking over the air, like the speaker in the airport.
Okay.
It is, oh, like I like Meg Ryan as an actress, but there's some actors who just can't direct or write.
Is it just
But
me? I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen this movie. But what you just described to me, uh, sounds like an incredible movie. Actually, like the way you said it, it's like
yeah,
a single
see,
location.
I
It's just
guess.
the two actors bouncing off each other. Like, I mean, that's kind of like the height of like cinematic play adaptations. Uh,
Yeah, but the issue there is like you have to be an especially good writer or director to pull that off, and Meg Ryan is not that. She has very little to say about society or relationships or anything in this movie. And if a Meg Ryan rom-com is bad, that says a lot about the state of the rom-com at the moment.
that's true. I wonder what has killed the rom com. Do you think it might be Marvel? Did Marvel kill the rom com just like it did every other movie?
I think it's beat out so many competitors that they're not as financially viable. I think streaming services have engrossed most of the rom-coms recently. And streaming services aren't focused on quality of rom-coms, unfortunately. Not that anybody ever was. But
That's true.
I just think that they're not as much of a cultural phenomenon at the box office as much as an at-home kind of thing.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that most of the time rom coms, the selling point is like the two lead actors, and
It really is.
it's been it's yeah.
And watching like a 50-year-old Meg Ryan and like a washed-up David Duchovny from X-Files, not to say that he's a bad performer, just he hasn't been in anything recently.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, there's something really off-putting about watching two older actors in a rom-com, and not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, it happened with Marry Me 2 years ago with J Lo and another actor, and like it really like signaled to me that we don't have many like young actors starring in rom-coms anymore.
I wonder why that is. Do you think I wonder if most of like the major young rom com roles have like gone to like limited series like streaming shows.
Yeah, I think streaming is definitely a big part of it, but I also think that just it's kind of gone out of style. Like you aren't getting like a huge contract from it, and nobody's hiring on the merit of a rom-com performance anymore. So
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
not a lot of incentive to do it,
That's true.
unfortunately.
Jacob Elordi didn't get famous off the back of the Kissing Booth franchise.
To be fair, the kissing booth was bad though.
Well, true,
And Netflix.
true. But hypothetically, starting out in like a teen oriented rom com isn't like it isn't unilaterally a bad idea. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason why the Kissing Booth movies had to be bad.
Yeah. It's just sad, honestly, because like Like they're so typically chick flicks, which is like a good thing because it means there's a healthy environment for a variety of genres to thrive for different audiences. But Marvel is like trying to appeal to most audiences, but it really is still a male centric kind of thing. Like, as much as they try to beat the allegations, it's really like a guy thing more than a girl thing.
That's fair.
And so it's kind of there's this gap in the market where rom-coms used to be, and now there's just not really much there.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like I do feel like about the Marvel and the women's relationship to the MCU is complicated, and I don't fully understand it. Um,
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
because as a man who grew up as a little boy watching these movies, it's very my relationship to them is fairly uncomplicated in what they mean to me. Um, but I do wonder the female perspective and all that. But I do feel like it made me start thinking about it in relation to the Marvels, which has had a lot of discourse around it in terms of like its relative box office failure and
Yeah.
centering around its like diverse three-way leads.
See, I've seen people saying that obviously from certain sides of the aisle that that was the reason it failed. And no, a lot of people have mostly been like, no, people just aren't interested in the MCU anymore, which is overwhelmingly true. That is
Yeah, I think
definitely a trend.
I think
I just I think if this movie can't make more than The Flash did in its opening week, I think it definitely says something that people were looking for an opportunity to jump the shark.
exactly. And I mean even look at and maybe it is the case that that Marvel is a male-centered franchise and this is why a female led the Marvels when it succeed.
Yeah,
But look at but one women are seeing these MCU movies in the past, right? Like
yeah,
a
I don't
lot
know
of
the
them.
demographics exactly.
Two, Barbie made like $1 billion,
Well,
right?
yeah, and I think the difference there is that Barbie was obviously off the back of Barbenheimer, but also Barbie was like a movie for girls mainly, right?
Yeah,
And off like a very infamously girl-focused brand. So it had the perfect formula to bring as many girls to the theater as possible.
that's true. I guess I just feel like I guess I just feel I'm uncomfortable with the argument saying that the Marvels is failing because the MCU is mainly male focused and
Oh
women
yeah, it's
and
definitely a variety of factors.
they won't go to see a female led movie because it I feel like the idea that Marvel is male focused anyway and that these are female stories being sold to its male audience is kind of what they think, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
the
think,
misogynistic
but
Marvel fans. Like that's kind of
I
what
think
they think.
definitely, I think definitely the Marvels, if any of the movies, was definitely trying to appeal more to the female audience. But I don't know how much of an audience that is, because a lot of the success of Captain Marvel wrote off the fact that it was coming off such a financially successful period for the MCU.
Yeah, that's true. Any
Released
movie that released in
pre-Endgame
between
couldn't
Civil War and like Endgame, Infinity War and Endgame was gonna do well.
anything had the potential to make between 500 million $1 billion.
Exactly.
It was a
No.
lock.
Yeah, for sure. Um,
So, on the topic of the MCU, the Fantastic Four cast could potentially have been leaked. Um,
I don't know how much to believe. I feel like this
yeah, I'm
like
taking it with a heavy grain of salt, but
these cast
the
these
casting choices are a bit odd.
I don't I don't hate Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I think
Yeah, I just don't love him as Reed Richards either.
I feel like he has a lot of range, and I think that I don't think I feel like these like reactions to these casts a lot of the time it comes from like the fan bases, like the general populace, like typecasting actors. But
Definitely.
I think
I
Pedro
think I just
Pascal.
have to see it to believe it.
I think he really has the juice. I mean, the Mandalorian, uh, Joel and the guy from the Kingsman have really no characteristics in common.
Oh, definitely. And did you see the Nicolas Cage movie he was in?
I did not see that. Oh, I heard of it. Ah, man, I need to see that movie.
Oh my God, I saw it in theaters. I was one of the only people who saw this movie in theaters
Uh,
with my mom. It is so funny. It's such a funny meta comedy.
yeah.
I want to talk about the Game Awards.
Ah, the Game Awards.
Because the Game Awards
The
nominations came out recently. I don't
the
want to talk about the nominations as much as, like, it feels so weird that video games have climbed to such, like, a huge notoriety and popularity. But there's no, meaningful award show for video games. There's no fruit to the labor.
I think the problem is that the problem is the major problem is that there's too much like video games are like a fragmented kind of thing. Like on one end you have like the narrative based story games. On the other end
Yeah,
you have like mechanically focused like puzzle games. On the other end you have forever multiplayer games. It just kind of
yeah, it's definitely a weird intersection. But that kind of raised the question. You nominate Alan Wake 2 and Super Mario Brothers Wonder for Game of the Year. How the fuck do you decide between what what qualifications do they have to meet?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just vibes based.
And it's
I guess it's just like what do the voters like appreciate like what do the voters like personally like more?
yeah, and I feel like it's very populist in opposition to most other award shows.
Well, I think
It's
video
more like the MTV Awards where it's like if the nominations were like Avengers Endgame, Avatar 2, and Barbie.
well, I think
Like
the reason is because video games are a uniquely populist like art form. Like
yeah,
video games are the discussion around video games is built around these massive releases, which actually are like the good ones being released, versus like say movies. It's like there's like a specific pipeline that like Oscar bait films come out
oh
to be
definitely.
made
Or
for.
just like uniquely Oscar appealing films.
Yeah, for certain. But I mean, like no, like people aren't making like Naughty Dog doesn't make video games for the Game Awards. They make not
Yeah.
they make games to sell.
Nintendo Nintendo's not making Mario with the idea that Mario is gonna get 1,000 awards at the Game Awards.
Exactly, and it might. It's happened before. I mean, Breath of the Wild
It might,
got
but
like everything,
like
but
to be fair, The Legend of Zelda is a more like artistically focused game series in the first place.
well, that's true. But also, there's
It's
another.
more lore heavy and story dense, I think, than
That
most Nintendo properties.
that's true. But even like, if I think if we were going to like break down like an awards bait game, I wouldn't say that like I would say that like Naughty Dog or like the games that Naughty Dog has like inspired like game like Art of War or God of War.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that I would call those like awards bait games where it's like it has fun gameplay, but a lot of the narrative is like very cinematic. Breath of the Wild more so is
Yeah, it's
like
definitely.
it's like explicitly gameplay focused.
Yeah, I think so. And that's not to say that those games are bad or whatever.
Oh,
Just they
definitely
have more
not.
of like a narrative
Definitely
focus.
not. They're just I mean they're arguably in different genres. Um,
Yeah,
which makes it
but
hard to sparse.
Yeah, it's just a weird situation. Um, I also want to talk about writing. For me, writing scripts.
Oh yes.
Um, Writing is like such a hard thing to be consistent about.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
um, like me, I write something and I get sparks of innovation and they dwindle.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I get that
And
too.
yeah, it's just frustrating. Um, but I love writing, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love writing too.
Like,
I like it when I have like a vision of like a rhythm in my head of like how like words are supposed to be, and
yeah, yeah,
it's like fulfilled. Like I've executed on the base concept of like this paragraph. It's just like the best feeling in the world.
definitely. There's definitely a sense of fulfillment when you write something that you're very proud of. But yeah, um, do you want to talk about Taylor Swift?
Yeah, we can talk about Taylor Swift. Should we kind of go like chronological and order of all the things that have happened related to Taylor Swift? And
Yeah, I think we
I feel
should.
like that can kind of it can also kind of be a go in order of maybe importance. Um,
Yeah, I think we can do that.
all right, the Swifter Taylor Swift news. Okay, number one, huge news for Swifters. Aaron Dessner of the National produced the Swifter Bibles, Folklore, and Evermore.
Oh, yes.
Posted a picture of Taylor Swift at the piano the other day.
Yeah, we got a reunion of the father who helped birth the Old and New Testament.
The Old and New Testament of the Swifters.
Yeah, so back in the studio, don't know what for. It could be um the Midnight Super Super Deluxe or whatever. Um,
Midnight.
or it could be new music or what you're talking about before of it could be a Christmas album,
I
which
think
would be
I
insane.
really think it could be a Christmas album. I think that
Oh my God. Put like her with like the song that she already has, like the Christmas Tree Farm, and with like Aaron Dessner levels of production.
oh my gosh, I just think I don't actually know it. I actually don't know how much of a chance there is that it's going to be a Christmas song, but that's kind of like what I want it to be.
Yeah, there's not enough overlap between folk pop and Christmas songs, I
there's
think.
there's really not. There's like one Phoebe
There's so much
Bridgers EP.
potential.
There's like
Yeah, she releases a song like every year.
there's like the Fiona Apple version of Frosty the Snowman. I don't know if that counts
I
though.
haven't heard that. Oh
You
my
haven't
God.
heard it? Oh
I'm
my.
like the
Okay, wait.
biggest Fiona Apple fan. I've never heard of
You're
that.
gonna have to listen to it and tell me what you think because it's actually kind of amazing.
I will do that. Absolutely.
I feel like Fiona. I have a bold take about Fiona Apple's version of Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, okay.
It is as essential to Frosty the Snowman, the song, that her version of Across the Universe is to the song Across the Universe.
Oh, wow. Okay, I definitely need to listen to it then.
I probably just I probably just set the expectations way too high. I mean, it's literally a recording
Yeah,
of
it's
Frosty the
fine.
Snowman. It's I mean,
Look, in my head, I was thinking, how much can you do with Frosty the Snowman to begin with?
kind of a lot, maybe.
But, you know, let's check it out.
Check it out. Check it out. Okay. Okay. So,
Okay, next Taylor Swift
second
news.
piece of Taylor Swift news. She laid a fat one on Travis Kelsey after a show in I think uh
Oh,
what was Argentina?
is this is this after she talked about him in the verses of Karma?
Oh yes, yes. Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift are fully official at this point. It's no joke. Um,
Look, this man is missing football practice during the week to go to tour dates in South Africa
it's true. It's true.
or South America. Holy shit.
He's actively getting worse at the game just to be with this woman. It's crazy. We were
Yeah, he's growing cross continental to be with this woman.
cross continental. We were recording this on Saturday. The Chiefs versus Eagles rematch from the Super Bowl is on Monday. So tune into that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We're recording this November 18th.
Yes, Taylor Swift should be at the game, so that the Chiefs can get the
Yeah,
dub. Go Chiefs.
definitely.
The
But
third piece of Taylor Swift news is sucks. It's bad.
oh yeah, this is really bad. This happened just last night, I think, as
Yeah.
we're recording this.
After yes. So what happened was is that
So
I think it was before the show this happened.
it was before the show, I think. Yeah,
I think it was she was it out of dehydration due to heat?
it was. It had to be some combination of dehydration and over like heat exhaustion.
Yes.
But a fan of hers died before a show.
Do you have her?
Like a healthy young woman too.
Yeah. Do you have her name? What's her name?
Oh God. Let me look. I don't think I can find it. But yeah, it's really, really sad,
Yes.
and
Really sad.
it's not on Taylor Swift, to be very transparent.
Oh, it's definitely not on Taylor Swift. I think
All the news has been pointing to the fact that the venue did not allow water bottles to be brought in, and they sold very small, expensive water bottles, and
yeah.
that it was extremely hot in the arena.
Exactly. Totally.
Which, like, by the way, music venues, horrible places,
Horrible,
very shady,
terrible places to be.
shitty,
It sucks. They
awful.
even suck. Most of these like music venues are also sports venues, but they also like when they become a music venue, they seem to suck a lot more than when they're sports venues for some reason.
Yeah, like, because they exploit artists, they exploit fans, and it is nasty. I hope they get fucking sued.
Oh, for sure. Especially in
This is, they are liable for damages here. They are liable for a lot of shit.
oh, 100%, 100%. And it's not even like it's not even like a Travis Scott situation where
I was gonna say, it's not
he
even like that level,
where
but
he was fully liable because it was his it was his organization putting it all together. He organized it, and he was directly responsible to like the behavior that led to it. This is fully on the concert venues, none on Taylor Swift. I think I've seen reports of Taylor was actually like handing out water bottles herself to the people like in the barricade or
yeah.
something. Uh,
Yeah, she was leading chants and whatever, I think.
um,
It's a really bad situation.
she put out an Instagram post. This is kind of
Yeah, she did. It was handwritten too.
this is kind of funny actually concerning that somebody tried to call her out on
On Twitter,
on using the 1989 aesthetic font,
which is
which
literally
is
her
which is
handwriting.
funny considering it's literally just their handwriting.
Just average Swiftie stuff.
Average Swifty stuff. Couldn't be us Swifters.
Yeah. Anyway, on a later note, do we have any Thanksgiving opinions that we need to air out?
I like Thanksgiving. Um, I like the food.
I mean, um, yeah, Thanksgiving is kind of more of like a family get together kind of holiday than anything else.
Yeah, that's true. And
Um,
if you hate your family in America for good reasons, I guess Thanksgiving could be a holiday you could skip. But
yeah,
at this point in my life, I'm kind of valuing it because I kind of miss my family in my hometown. So I'm excited to.
I'm honestly, I'm kind of at a point where I'm kind of seeing the upside to it as well, because my sister got married back mid-October, I think.
Hmm.
And we are going down this year to have Thanksgiving dinner with her and her new in-laws.
Oh
And we
wow.
like them. We like them a lot. So it's
Thanks
going to be interesting, but
Thanksgiving with the in-laws. You know, lots of rom-coms have been based off that exact premise.
but I maybe I've had Thanksgiving 1 year ever with my sister because of certain circumstances,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of exciting, honestly.
Nice.
It's nice, yeah,
It's nice for sure. Thanksgiving, it's good. I feel like people hate it because turkey is kind of a weird food.
yeah.
And
It's I never knew people had ham until recently
oh,
for Thanksgiving.
ham is amazing on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving. Ham
really.
rules. It's so much. It's so moist and it's like sweet if you get like the honey glazed stuff. I can
I'm
kind
very
I could kind of get some. If you're a purist about the whole thing and you want to save the ham for Christmas, I'm fine with that. Just give me ham for both. I'm good on ham all around.
Look, all I'm saying is sweet potato casserole, corn casserole, that should be served more often than Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I could see that. I agree.
Absolutely criminal that we restrict corn casserole to a Thanksgiving dish.
I don't think I've ever had corn casserole.
Oh, you need to try it sometime. It's so good.
Maybe I
But
have.
absolutely valid that we
Yeah, maybe I.
restrict oh God, what is it? The red thing.
Oh, cranberry sauce.
Yeah, horrible. Oh,
I don't think I've had enough of it to. It's not on my tongue right now, so I can't really judge it.
they shouldn't even serve it for Thanksgiving. It should never be served. I'm gonna
Well,
catch flack for this, but
you're
I don't
you're
care.
not gonna catch flack for this. No one's listening to this.
You're right.
If you're a Swifter listening right now, shout out to you. Okay.
If you made it this far, please,
If you made
please
it,
express your cranberry sauce opinions.
please express your cranberry sauce opinions in the comments below. Do we have anything to Swift?
Um,
Anything left to Swift out before we say our good nights?
do you want to talk about musicals a little bit?
Oh, don't get me started on musicals because I feel like I could talk about music. I could talk about musicals forever. What specifically do you want to talk about musicals?
I'm involved in a production for A Christmas Carol right now, and it's pretty fun, honestly.
Really? I didn't. A Christmas
Yeah.
Carol. I think I knew that was a musical.
No, it's not a musical.
Oh.
It's just a straight play production.
Oh,
But
I did know of that.
yeah, but it's nice. It's a nice change of pace.
What's your
I've been in a very I've been in a very West Side Story listening mood lately.
West Side Story is it's the best album of 2021 for sure.
You know, maybe it's because Rachel Ziegler is just a new movie that came out, Hunger Games, but you know, you can never go wrong with any version of West Side Story.
That's true, but you're especially right with the 2021 version. Um,
Yeah, and just this like mentally obscure Ansel Elgort's face, and it'll be the best movie you ever see.
oh, for sure. I mean, I feel like he's not even all that bad. He's actually pretty good. He's probably the best Tony.
Yeah, he's pretty.
He's actually probably a lot better than the old Tony, to be honest. If we're gonna be completely frank.
I can't disagree with you. Neither version of Tony has been very compelling, ironically.
Yes. I have musical news. Play news. Wait,
Um,
wait. Before I say my
okay.
bit, what's your role in the company of a West Side Story of a Christmas Carol?
Yeah, no, I'd love to be in West Side Story. No, it's just it's a double role. It's the role of Fan or Fanny, um, who's Scrooge's younger sister when he was growing up.
Oh, nice,
And
nice.
then also the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, who's just like the Grim Reaper.
Oh my gosh, I bet that's iconic for you.
That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy. You do the point. How's your point
Oh
game?
yeah.
How's your point game shaping up?
I've been complimented on it many times.
Nice.
I've been told my points are ethereal.
Ethereal points, like the slight crook.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's about it.
I have musical news. There's
Um,
there's a production of Hello Dolly at my university. Currently running. I'm gonna get tickets to go see it tomorrow night. Um,
oh, that's cool.
by the time we record episode 2 of the Swifter podcast, I will have watched it and I can give my
You'll
thoughts.
have an update.
I'll have an update on that, and then I heard there's a okay. So my university has like an independent musical theater club, and
Oh,
I
that's
heard
interesting.
I'm currently not that involved, but I heard from a member um, that they are doing a production of Pippin and auditions
Oh,
are
that's cool.
sometime
Yeah.
in the future, and I think I'm going to audition for that actually. So
No, you should.
we'll have an update for that as well.
Yeah, I think getting involved in theater in any capacity was honestly a pretty good social experience. Has been, at least.
Yeah, man.
Um, it just opens your horizons.
Yeah. Also, more theater news is that my high my mom was a theater director of my high school, and she still is. And my little brother is
All
in there
right, you
too.
told me.
And they went to the Texas International Thespian Festival in San Antonio, and
Oh, wow.
they brought a one act play contest entry, and they like won the whole thing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which means that they have the option to bring the play to the national competition if our broke ass school is going to pay for it.
They're on their tick tick boom shit.
They're on the tick tick boom stuff exactly.
Yeah,
Talk about like a good musical.
yeah, I like it a lot.
It's good. I think it does. I think Jonathan Larson in general just has some fundamental problems that he never really got to sort out all the way into his later works.
Yeah, I love Andrew Garfield though. I think he did a great job.
Oh, I agree. I agree completely. Love Garfield. He's a
Fantastic actor.
fantastic actor, fantastic person, probably.
Shout out Andrew Garfield,
Shout out,
honestly.
shout out Andrew Garfield.
Shout out Andrew Garfield and Social Network Silence
Yo,
with Spider-Man. Bro's killing it.
bro is absolutely killing it. Bro has a stacked resume. Angels in America on Broadway. Oh my gosh, bro.
He he should have an EGOT by now.
He should. He really should. I don't know what he would win the Grammy for, but
You know, Barack Obama won a Grammy, so
yeah, he could just make like a.
it's possible.
He could just like narrate an audiobook and get an award for it. That's how they do that.
Honestly, let's get him to do that.
Let's get him. Let's get
I'm gonna
Andrew
get him to do
Garfield.
that.
Let's get Andrew Garfield the EGOT. Isn't is Lin Manuel Miranda not an EGOT yet?
Um, God, I don't know.
I feel like he's probably the next one. If he hasn't, I think
Yeah, but what has he done for TV shows?
little, but I mean, I guess you could make an argument that Hamilton was technically a TV show released on a streaming platform. But that's really
I guess
like a TV special.
it's a huge technicality, though.
Yeah, I don't think it was not. I don't think it was eligible for the Oscars anyhow. Um,
Yeah, I'm not sure what much of his has been in the
oh,
Oscars.
he literally has 3 Emmy awards already.
Oh, that's crazy.
Um, I think
How the fuck does this man have so many awards?
he makes good stuff. I don't know. Like
I mean,
I feel like he's
a
pretty
good
good.
bit of it, I
I feel
guess.
like he's like consistently pretty good. I mean,
Does he have the Oscars, though?
he doesn't have any Oscars. That's his. I think that might be his last thing to get.
Here. So Hamilton probably won him the Grammy then, right?
Yeah, I think the original album. He has 5 Grammys. Where did he win the Grammys? What are his 5 Grammys?
I love how confused we are as to how he's won anything aside from Tony's.
well, you just don't think about all like the you just like when you think of Broadway, you just don't think of any of the Broadway like rewards that they get for like the albums.
I definitely, yeah, it's a bit strange.
Okay, wait. He won for Best Musical Theater Album for In the Heights and Hamilton. He won Best Song for
This makes
Written.
sense.
Okay, that makes sense. Those are pretty good. He won Best Song Written for Visual Media for How Far I'll Go from Moana.
No, that's valid actually.
He won Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media for Encanto.
That's questionable.
And then he won Best Song for Visual Media. We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto.
That song's so overrated, but such a Grammys pick.
What were the wait.
Such a Grammys pick.
What was the not wait, let me I want to feel like Encanto won over something very upsetting. Oh, it went over West Side Story. This is literally bullcrap.
Oh
I'm
my
literally gonna
God.
kill Lin Manuel. I remember why that pissed me off so much because it won over literally one of the best like produced albums of all time, West Side Story 2021. I'm
God.
literally
There are valid reasons to hate Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I'm literally throwing hands out. It's not even, I mean, it's not his fault. It's the Grammys' fault because they have no taste.
It's
But
so on site.
it's on site when I see that man for stripping Rachel Ziegler away from a Grammy. Ah, Ziegler? I don't know.
Yeah, Ziegler, I think.
Ziegler.
But hey, look, it's a hanging tree version from, or actually like any song from the new soundtrack for the Hunger Games movie gets nominated. She has another chance.
She has another chance. She'll have lots of chance. Although I
She'll
think
have lots of chances.
I think "Can't Catch Me Now" is probably a better song.
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm in the trees. No copyright.
We love Olivia Rodrigo
We
here.
love Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Rodrigo is the best.
She's so good.
Stream Guts if you haven't. Um,
Definitely. Is that all we have?
I think that's all I have to say.
Do you want to wrap up?
Yeah, we can wrap up.
All right, all right, can find me at Fiona Appletree with one A on Twitter.
And you can find me at Lucas_copy_1. We've really enjoyed your time here.
Also on Twitter.
Also on Twitter. Also on the website that's currently called Twitter.
The current platform that is referred to as X by
the,
certain individuals.
the website that you will hit when you type in twitter.com. I am at Lucas_copy_1.
I am Fiona Appletree with one A, and we've enjoyed your time. If you made it to this point, you can tell us in the comments if you're even watching.
Yes, we've really enjoyed your presence. Swifter Podcast forever, free Palestine.